my name's Joe Johnson and I've been actively engaged in research into natural remedies for over 20 years. If you've got periodontitis, then you really need to listen, because this crucial short video will directly affect you. What I've discovered about periodontitis and stopping it quickly, it's new, it's cutting edge, and it just might be the untapped resource that you've been looking for. I'm going to show you how simple it is to stop your periodontitis before your gums are permanently damaged. And if you apply this simple and ingenious method, it'll maybe stop you losing your teeth altogether. Now, Emma Williams, the health editor on this site, she's urged me to share with you an astonishing discovery that I've made about periodontitis, one that gets rid of it faster than you've thought possible, and in many cases almost overnight. So, if you've got periodontitis, what is actually going on in your mouth? Well, right now, as you watch this video, there's a biochemical war going on in your mouth. Specifically, bacteria are eating your gums alive. And unless you find a way to kill the bacteria without damaging your immune system, then sooner or later you will lose your teeth. Now, before I show you a simple way to kill the bacteria, I want you to consider this. Almost all periodontitis problems are caused by bacteria breeding in your gums, mostly in and around your tooth socket. This is because your tooth socket is the perfect breeding ground. It's warm, it's moist, it's dark, there's plenty of food. The gums around your teeth, it's bacteria paradise. Now, normally your immune system will keep the bacteria under control. But if you've been stressed, maybe overworked, or taken drugs, or let your diet slip a bit, then your immune system becomes slightly weaker. And that is enough for the bacteria to get a grip in your gums. And once your gums become infected, then you've got periodontitis. And you can have blood on your teeth, or your gums may become inflamed, or your gums could become spongy, or you might have a foul taste in your mouth, or you could experience bad breath. Your gums could even begin to recede. Now, if you're experiencing any of these symptoms, you are at risk of losing your teeth. And to make things even worse, you're in a catch-22 situation. Because if you use antibiotics to kill the bacteria around your gums, you'll have to swallow them, which means that the whole of your immune system is now shocked and weakened even further. It's by the toxic impact of the powerful antibiotic drugs. That's why antibiotics, they appear to work for a week or two, and then your gum problem comes back worse than ever before, along with many of the other antibiotic side effects, such as genital thrush, oral thrush, digestive problems, and many other illnesses. And some of the illnesses are killing people. And in case you are in any doubt about the danger of modern drugs, like antibiotics, according to a recent report by eminent US doctors, and you can see the report below, the proof of it, in the United States alone, the total number of deaths caused by conventional medicine, like antibiotics, is an astounding 784,000 men, women and children a year. That's about 2,200 a day. So it's now evident that the medical system is the major cause of death and injury in the United States. And that's doctors saying that, not me. So I was desperate to find a way of killing the germs in your gums without harming your immune system. I've seen so many people lose their teeth to periodontitis. And then they'll have 6 or 7 rounds of antibiotics. And then they'll go for expensive and painful gum surgery. And then that doesn't work. And it's tragic, and that's why I've done my research. You see, human beings with periodontitis have been around as long as human beings have been around, hundreds of thousands of years. And pharmaceutical companies have been around about 100 years, and they don't want you to know what your ancestors knew about gum problems. They just don't want you to know. So my first step is to go back into history, into research into history. And after a lot of reading, and I don't mean the usual herbalist research books, I mean, I've got secret access to some of the best books on the planet. These books are kept hidden away by rich collectors, private libraries. Even the drug companies have got some amazing collections of herbal remedy books. Now, I also look at books that science believes are not worth looking at. Books written by people with zero medical qualifications, but who've lived in the wilds of nature all their lives, and who've had herbal remedies passed down from one generation to the next because they work. And it was in such a research book that I found clues to an ancient cure for periodontitis. And the first clue number one, was Roman gladiators. I discovered that every Roman gladiator had to have three things. The first thing was a uniform to protect him, and it makes sense. The second thing was his sword to attack his enemy. Now that makes sense. But the third thing, a small leather pouch of a concentrated herb. That if the gladiator was ever to receive a wound from a sword or a dagger or any other weapon, he was to rub the herb directly into the wound to prevent infection. Even the deepest sword wound would be filled with this herb because of its amazing ability to kill bacteria. Now that was interesting. Now that was the green light for further research, and I began to see this herb everywhere in ancient manuscripts. And the most obvious and the most well-known clue, and you'll know this yourself, clue number two, the birth of Jesus. Now, irrespective of your religious beliefs, it's not about that. The intrinsic essence of this research is true. According to historical text, when Jesus was born, he was visited by three wise men, and they presented him with Jesus with gold, frankincense, and the third king brought a herb called myrrh. And the research has proven that myrrh was regarded to be the most powerful antibiotic in the ancient world. So irrespective of any religious beliefs, myrrh truly was an antibiotic fit for a king. Now, of course, I've heard of this herb before and I've used it many times, but I had no idea it was such a powerful natural antibiotic that could be put directly into a wound or put directly onto your periodontitis. Now, I knew that most natural remedies for periodontitis, they're nothing more than mild antiseptic mouthwashes with a minty taste. Now, they sometimes feel like they're helping a bit, but for periodontitis and serious gum problems, they simply don't work because they're not strong enough. So I expected my research to last 6 to 12 months, but I had a proven remedy in 6 weeks. Now, I wanted to test it for longer, but my conscience wouldn't let me, because every single client with periodontitis was cured, sometimes within just a few hours. Now, in order to increase the antibiotic effect of the remedy, I added 3 other powerful and proven natural antibiotic herbs to the myrrh, and the combined effect of 4 antibiotic herbs, it's unstoppable. Gum Doctor, it's been proven countless times now to cure periodontitis because it kills the bacteria in your gums on contact. You simply massage a few drops of the remedy into the gap where your gums meet your teeth, and it takes about 10 seconds. And you do that 3 times a day, and that's it. You don't swallow any toxic drugs. So there's no injections, no painful and expensive surgery. But there's no antibiotics that slaughter your already tired immune system. It's a convenient, easy to use remedy, and it means that you don't have to spend your days making expensive and time-consuming dental appointments. And it also means you don't have to go discussing your embarrassing gum and bad breath problems down in your drugstore. So it's just a small bottle of a herbal liquid, and you can carry it with you in your pocket or in your purse throughout the day. It kills the bacteria in your mouth on contact. It keeps your breath fresh and clean, but most importantly, it saves your gums and it keeps your teeth. Now, that biochemical war in your mouth, it's over. Now, I plan to launch the remedy, and it's called Gum Doctor, with advertising, fancy packaging, sending it out through a small network of distributors. But I never got the chance. You see, word spread quickly about the results that I was getting with Gum Doctor, and patients were turning up without appointments. Herbalists were coming down here to my practice and literally demanding that I make it for them. but I couldn't because it wasn't so simple. You see, I tested a lot of different myrrh, and the only myrrh which consistently works for periodontitis comes from the Middle East, and that's it. Now, in these war-torn, struggling times, can you imagine how hard it is to import a shipment of anything from the Middle East? To say my ingredient supply is fragile is a bit of an understatement, but I did manage it. I managed to get enough ingredients for 3 batches. Now, I make each batch by hand myself. I've measured the herbs, I've weighed the herbs, I've mixed the herbs, I've blended the herbs together myself. So don't worry about that. The Gum Doctor remedies that I make are of the highest quality that you can get. So I've handed 2 of the batches over to my trusted friend Emma Williams. Now, if you have periodontitis, then I strongly suggest you get this remedy called Gum Doctor before Emma's supplies run out and before you begin to lose your teeth. This remedy packs a wallop. When you use it, you'll suddenly feel your gums improving. Within a few minutes of using it, you'll know there's something happening to your gums and they'll be getting better. But you've got to hurry, because I normally only give this remedy to my personal clients and to fellow herbalists. I've never committed a single batch of Gum Doctor to anyone else before. Now, Emma's begged me not to let the other herbalists or the online stores know where we were up to, until she had the stock. Well, she's got the stock now, and it's going faster than we both imagined. So if you mess around now or think you're going to come back later, you may miss out. And if you've got periodontitis, that would be a horrible mistake. So don't let that happen. This remedy will result in you having strong, hard, healthy gums holding your teeth firmly in place, and that's it. Gum Doctor will have you smiling again, and that's what great gums is all about. That's it. So have a look at the testimonials below, and you can see how Gum Doctor has helped many men and women across the country. They've got rid of their periodontitis. Now, you might have some reservations or seeds of doubt, and that's fair enough, because after all, we don't know each other. So let me put your mind at rest. So you can experience the Gum Doctor remedy for yourself with a 0 risk. You can use the Gum Doctor remedy to your heart's content for a full 90 days, and you don't risk a single penny trying the remedy for yourself, because you've got a complete ironclad 90-day unconditional 100% money back guarantee. But the clear and simple truth is this remedy is a breakthrough. So if it doesn't quickly and easily get rid of your periodontitis you'll know within a week, or if you're not completely satisfied in any way at all with this remedy, then I insist that you send the Gum Doctor back to Emma in any condition, and she'll personally make sure you get a full and fast refund for every penny you paid for the remedy. No questions asked, no hassles. It's because this remedy works. And you can even keep that full set of health books as my thank you for just trying the remedy. And you've got my word on that. Okay, so how much will this periodontitis remedy cost you? Well, I normally charge my clients $200 for an appointment, plus $170 for the remedy, because it's handmade and it's organic and it works. But because you don't have to have an appointment with me, and appointments with me are too hard to get anyway, plus we're not using my offices, we're not using my staff and all the other stuff, I've agreed with Emma to give you 50% discount on the Gum Doctor periodontitis remedy. This means that you can get your remedy for just $87 and $5 shipping. That means you're going to save over $280. And not only that, Emma has literally manhandled me into giving you an additional gift of a free set of health ebooks, and they're worth $127 to the first 100 who try the periodontitis remedy. Now you can see the details of the books below, but you can also see those books themselves are worth more than the price of the remedy. So this is an amazing offer and you can't lose. This might be the last time I'm ever going to sell at this low price. $87 is less than the price of a course of useless and even dangerous antibiotics. And it's less than the price of a visit to your dentist. And $87 is certainly less than the price of dentures and dental surgery, which you might end up having to have unless you get your gums sorted. So order your remedy now. Whilst Emma's still got it on stock and whilst you're still on this page, all you do is simply click on the link below. Emma will look after you. And if you've got any questions about anything at all, periodontitis or even the periodontitis remedy, you can write to me at any time and I'd love to help you. So click on the link below and Emma will get your periodontitis remedy in the post to you today. Alright. And I look forward to helping you getting your gums back healthy and fresh again. Alright. Bye for now.